Hello everybody! Salty Sweet Ren here, back with another episode of the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series. This is actually my second time attempting to record it after I got halfway through one of the cats and my whole game crashed. My Sims game has been having a lot of trouble recently. I'm hoping that I can keep it running. Let's hope that it works this time. But anyway, for those who don't know, or maybe new to the channel, the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series is a series where I take cats that the viewers have submitted, and I do my best to recreate them within The Sims 3. Now these can be your OCs, they can be cats that you actually own in real life, they can be made up off the top of your head, they can be basically whatever. And the cats that you submit will then be made within my Sims 3 game, and later added to the world of my Warriors Challenge that I've been doing. Like, we've seen a whole ton of cats. I think by the time this episode comes out, I think that an episode in which a ton of the cats that I've created in Create Your Cat have shown up by now, like Tantomil, Peach Paw, Molly, all those cats. I think there's a ton in that episode, I think. But anyway, all those cats will show up in the world. They can be loners, kitty pets, rogues, wanderers, they can be former clan cats even, who knows? And even if you don't have a cat that you would like to submit, that's fine. You can share this series with a friend or somebody who may be interested. And they can submit their cats if they're so interested in having their cat appear in the series. But anyway, with all of that said, let's go ahead and jump in with the first of 3 cats. Alright, now like I said before, I actually had gotten through creating the first cat before my game crashed. But anyway, the first cat is Woodpecker, who is submitted by Hazel Spring. So, it says that Woodpecker is much like the bird she shares the same coat pattern, with a black and white pelt and faint splashes of red, with dark almond eyes. So I'm gonna say that she's a loner, because it doesn't specify, so for now I'm gonna say that she's a loner. And I'm gonna use the same base I did the last time, because it's easier for me to recreate the cat. So let's go into the coat. Maybe I'll lighten it up just a tad, because it's a little hard to see the chin. I do like being able to see the cat's jaw. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine when I can't. I don't know why, it just kind of bugs me. I think it's hard to see on Leaf, though. I made Leaf a while back. If you've seen the community, that is like the group called the community, then you've probably seen Leaf. Let's see, we can actually... It says to do a black and white cat, so let's go ahead and do kind of a black and white cat. I do want to kind of get some more like markings going, like on the chest. Something like more like this is what I'm thinking actually, and then we can get the stomach going. Like that. And then I also want to get some regular markings like on the sides, just kind of extend up into, not quite like that, but like around here I can make that white. There we kind of have like the little markings that kind of, it gives it like, makes those markings on the stomach look a little bigger than they actually are. Like, yeah, you can kind of see like right there's like a little bit of like a black stripe still, but it's mostly unnoticeable. It's very hard to really hide those. But anyway, I'm also going to do something pretty different. This is something I had done when I first made Woodpecker before my game crashed. I think I did something similar with Tantomil and Coracopad, actually. Let's see, I'm taking the white pattern, I'm taking a spot, it's gonna be white. Then here I'm gonna go with like a kind of reddish color. That's more of like a injury color. I'm not going with that. Kind of want it to be kind of a brownish red is what I want. Similar to the color that I used for Labyrinth. Or at least it's my hope. Might be a little darker, but it still works. Let's see, I'm gonna actually... That's actually not half bad, like right there. It's a very different look. It's supposed to be like faint splashes of red throughout the coat as well. Something that I'm gonna do, just to kind of make this cat look a little different, is, I'm going to actually like take these kind of like stripe-looking markings and kind of have them at a lowered opacity, kind of throughout most of the fur, like on the back, going like up the head, kind of along the back, down through the tail, probably even. A very different look. But this is kind of... It does make me think of a woodpecker. There's actually a woodpecker that's been, like, attacking the metal in our house recently. None of us know why. What I'm going to do on top is I'm going to take this and try and get that same kind of dark reddish color. Don't want it to be, like, red. More of, like, sort of a brownish red. Like, if I were to increase the opacity, it is red. But it's like still something that seems kind of natural, almost. And I can even like bring it up to there. I kind of feel like I don't even need to do like the super textured look, because that does kind of give the cat a very layered, textured look already, this specific patterning. I do kind of like that. I'm also going to make one of the paws white. So let me go ahead and... I'll do like a couple of white paws actually. I'm going to go ahead and give you like stockings almost. The same shade of white. This one a little bit more up the leg. In the back. And up here. And where the stocking is, I actually want to do something a little different. There it is, my dark red color. And I might actually make that a little higher up. That actually does look a little too bloody almost. I might go ahead and push a little more towards the orange. Maybe even lighten it up just a tad. I'll do the same here. That kind of works. This is kind of fun. I do like the way this looks. I might also do the ears. There's like a marking I can do on the ears. So let me go ahead, find the ears marking up here, and we will make it red. Alright, so I think that looks about right. See, we can also increase the fur density a bit. I might also take down the fur length, just because I can. But I do like the way that this cat looks. Like, this is a very fun look for a cat. It's very different, but it's very fun. So let's go ahead and get into the body shape. I feel like I want to make you a little bit smaller, so let's bring body size down. Head shape, I don't really want to do anything. I'm also a little afraid to mess with too much, because when my game starts crashing, that means I got a limited time to like do anything, including from the moment I start the game up. Okay, I want to like make the muzzle a little shorter, perhaps. Eyes are supposed to be a dark almond. Let's see, I might kind of make the eyes kind of like an almondy shape there. And let's kind of go with like an almond brown color, I think. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then everything else is like a dark almond, it says. So something like that, perhaps? Those are dark eyes, but they are it's a very different color, but it's very pretty. I do like that. Let's lighten up the nose just a tad. Maybe make the nose a little smaller. I do like that. I'll also move the ears a bit. I'll make them... I'll move them down a bit. And where's ear shape? I'm gonna make them a little more pointed. There we go. I do think that's fun. So that's what Woodpecker looks like. So for personality, it says that she is a rather talkative cat, and she is adaptable, so you can probably find her in any group of cats you see fit. So I'm probably going to say that she is noisy because she is talkative. There she goes. It's cute. I'm also going to say if she's adaptable, maybe she's adventurous. Seems kind of like what an adventurous cat may be like. And I kind of want to say that she's friendly because she gets along well with other cats. That higher pitched voice does work. So good, I'm going to go ahead and say we've got Woodpecker here. So Woodpecker was submitted by Hazel Spring. That's not supposed to be a capital there. Hazel Spring. There we go. So that's Woodpecker. Very different cat. Very different looking cat, but still a very fun looking cat. I do love this look. So let's go ahead and move on to the next couple cats. Okay, wow, that's a very, this is a very different cat that generated. Gotta remember what... I think I downloaded this cat off of the Sims 3 gallery. I'm gonna have to remember who uploaded it, because... Wow, okay. Anyway. This next cat is these next two cats, actually, are submitted by Little Nightmares. The first one is Turtlepaw, who is an X-Clan cat. So let me go ahead and do X-Clan... Turtlepaw. And she is a she-cat, so let's go ahead and make that a she-cat. She is a bulky brown she-cat with ginger and white dapples all over her body with green eyes. And it's very specific about where like all the ginger and white markings are, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's just find a brown coat to use as a base for you. Because you're already a pretty bulky cat. Here, this is a pretty good brown base. Fairly basic, but it works. You can like remove some of the extra markings. Alright. Move that one. We are left with a brown cat. A bulky brown cat. So you've got ginger and white dapples all over your body and green eyes. The ginger goes over your lower back and hips. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some... I'm gonna make this kind of a gingery color. Like so. I'm gonna I'm gonna fade it a bit so that it kind of blends in a little better with the brown. See, it goes over your lower back and hips, so lower back. Let me kind of twist the cat around. It's pretty different. That's kind of fun. Can fade it a little bit more. I might do something to make it have like a bit more of a textured look. Like sometimes the markings kind of overlap. Kind of go over the hips. We can go over to this side. If we bring it up just a tad. Shoulder. Let's see, shoulder and white. Shoulder and right paw. So let's do also the right shoulder, I believe. So this is the right side, yeah? Yeah. Okay, shoulder and the right paw. And also goes around the right eye and tail tip. So let's go ahead and pull this in a bit. So right eye, and let's head down to the tail tip. Or there's actually a marking that we can use for the tail tip as well, or like it's specifically made for the tip of the tail. But since we got this here, I'll just go ahead and let's go ahead and just use that. There we go. So there's also white patches along the belly, muzzle, and left paw. So that's fairly simple. So let's see. The muzzle has white patches, so we can go ahead and do like white there, and then like a slightly creamier white here. On the muzzle. The belly as well. Perhaps like this. Or maybe I'd do like the creamier shade of white, actually. Or maybe it was already the creamier shade of white. I genuinely can't tell. And then the left paw as well. So I'll go ahead and there we go. This is a very different looking cat, but I do love it. I kind of want to keep the fur shape exactly like this. Maybe I'll make it a little bit more of a medium length. It's still a very bulky cat. I do like that. Let's see, maybe take down the curliness a bit. I do like the way this fur looks. I'll actually take down the curliness completely. There we go, that's a little better. I do like that. Alright. Now let's go into more of the body shape. You are a River Clan cat, so... And you're already fairly bulky as is, but I'm going to make you even bulkier. So first up, cat size. Let's bring it a little bit past the T, maybe even to the S. Yeah, let's bring it to that little S right there. And where's body thickness? The other way? Yeah, there it is. Body thickness, we're going to bulk you up a bit. Being a River Clan cat, I kind of think of them being more like lean and graceful, so we'll kind of do a little bit of a longer body. A bit of a longer tail. Stomach scale, I'm actually going to pull that in just a tad. It's kind of fun to just see how different the cats turn out. Okay. Then the face, see the nose, I kind of want to be more of like a brownish pink color. You are pretty big, huh? We can make the nose a little narrower. Take down the scale. The muzzle, I kind of want to change the shape more to the traditional shape. Bring up the height a bit. Something a bit more like that. Okay, and the eyes should be one color. They're green. So let's go ahead and get them to be one singular color. Can't just zoom in on the eyes right now. I have to be zoomed in like a little ways out. But let's see, we can kind of dull that. And I do like the way this looks. This is quite fun. So I think that this is probably pretty good for Turtlepaw, our former River Clan cat. So for personality, her traits are clever, aggressive, and proud. She always strives for being the deputy and leader. Anything less is unacceptable, but that doesn't mean she would break the warrior code. That would mean becoming a rogue. So she is clever, or a genius. She is aggressive. Yeah, there she goes. And she is proud. She kind of makes me think a little bit of Hollyleaf if you read the books. Like, with her personality, at least. It's kind of fun. I do like that. I do think her voice would be like a little deeper like this. I do like that. So that is Turtlepaw. And I'll go ahead and say submitted by Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares. And alright. Now for the final cat. Hello. Now this is a red cat right here. Anyway, the third and final cat this time is Stoatpaw from ThunderClan, so still an X-Clan cat. Let's just go ahead and type in Stoatpaw. Alright, so Stoatpaw is described as being a yellow-eyed black and white tom, with the places of him that are white being the head and the chest going down to the belly, and a bit on the ears and paws, and the rest of him is black. So what would be a good base for Stoatpaw here? Let's do something I haven't done before. I've been doing quite a few cats that I've never really messed with before. The Carillion Bobtail, La Perm, Manx. Persian is a little too goofy. It looks too much like Garfield. Like, I will probably never use the Persian for anyone's cats. Scottish Fold is something I don't really mess with a lot. A little goofy looking, but... Siberian. I think I've used Siberian for something. There's a Somali. Tonkinese. Have I played with Tonkinese? I don't think I have. And it's got about the body type I was thinking of for Stoatpaw anyway. So let's go ahead and start trying to get ourselves a black and white tom. So let's definitely go for a black cat as the base. Let's see. I think I might go with like kind of a darker shade. Whenever I do the black cats, a lot of people may notice I tend to like bring it towards like a certain color sometimes. It does give like a little bit more of like uniqueness to each cat. So with that kind of shade of black, let's go on and let's see. The white is on the head and the belly. The white and the chest going down to the belly, so where on the head should it be? Like this, perhaps? It does say it's a bit on the ears. This is a very different look. But it is a marking that exists, so let's go with it. Let's see, it's the chest going down to the belly. Let's see, we can get it marking like so right here. And on the belly, let's go ahead and just grab this. It's a very different look, like... There we go, that actually works out a little better. I don't know why it was so faded, but it made it look kind of weird when it was faded. Let's see, and then a bit on the paws as well. So let's go ahead and get just a bit on the paws. Like just a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, and a bit there. Just a little bit on the paws. And then the rest of him is black, so let's go ahead and get some special markings like I typically do. Just give it more of a textured look. We can take it up there. We can do kind of the solid black and kind of an almost gray color, perhaps. And lower the opacity on that. This does look like a very different cat, but it is fun. I do like the way this looks. This is actually really cute. I do like this. Do I want to do anything with the fur? Take down the fur length a bit. Maybe a bit of a traditionally fluffy cat. Maybe I can make you a little scruffier looking, in fact. Sure, I think that this works. It's a fun fur. Okay, now let's go into the body type. Being a ThunderClan cat, ThunderClan cats are typically known to be like stronger and a little bulkier themselves. So let's go ahead and take cat size and bring it just a tiny bit. Not a whole ton, just a tiny bit. Enough that it's like a little larger than the average cat. Just a little thicker than the average cat. But you're still a pretty lean cat. I still like what this cat looks like. Let's see. Neck length. I might actually pull that down a bit. One of my cats is on the treadmill, or jumped onto it. That's what that loud thud was, if you heard that. Let's see. Maybe a tiny bit of... You got a tiny bit of ear flop. I don't need to mess with it. Okay. Ear shape. I kind of like what that's at right now. If I take the ear position height down a bit, it's pretty good. I do like that. Okay, and the eyes are yellow, so let me go ahead and get some yellow eyes going. Kind of do more of a lighter yellow than I normally do. Or I guess I can kind of go with more of a golden yellow there. That's a very different look. What size are your eyes? Your eyes are huge. Let's bring that down just a bit. Okay, eye shape. I do like the way this looks. It's a very different cat. But it's fun. Let's go ahead and make this kind of a dark brown for the nose. I feel like I haven't messed with the body types of these cats a whole ton. But I feel like I don't really need to because they already look pretty good. So, Stoatpaw, your traits are clever, proud, and lazy. Even though you have great skills as a warrior, you never really put your heart into them or even thought about leaving. It wasn't until one evening at a gathering and you saw Turtlepaw, and that's when everything changed. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so you're a genius. You are proud. Where's proud? There it is. And you are lazy. So you can still have that pretty deep voice. And anyway, you are also submitted by Little Nightmares. Alright. So, we have Woodpecker. Very, very different cat, and I think this is the most unique cat I've made so far, but I really love the way this looks. We have Turtlepaw, another very different looking cat, but I do think that she turned out really cool. And we have Stoatpaw, who also is a pretty different looking cat, but again, very fun looking. I really enjoyed making these cats this time. I always enjoy it, but like, this is some of the most different cats, most unusual looking cats that I have made so far. But anyway, I think I'll wrap this episode up here. So, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts, or leave a submission if you'd like to. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and you can watch more of my content as it comes out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, friends.